Hello, y'all. Welcome to Astrology for Mystics. I'm your host, astrologer Jennifer Jennings. It appears that we have some updates. The TBI has just listed about 5 minutes ago that they have arrested a third suspect who would have helped Drummond. It's also all over the internet that recently the SWAT team is on Oil Well Road and Pleasant Plains Road in Jackson, Tennessee. They have dogs, they have roadblocks, and they're looking for this guy. And I want to show you the map. Let's look at the map. Here we go. It is on this line, Austin's dark moon, that is in good standing with his Saturn, and he is definitely going through a Saturn return. This disordered aggression with a lot of attention is going through here, where Oil Well Road and Pleasant Plains Road meet up. It is also on this angle where the vehicle, what he was driving, the Audi, that's where it was found. This is where the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, the TBI, has their lowest point at home in Leo with all this public attention. That's why I have talked about this line a lot with the TBI. There I see the lowest point at home with this attention. It pulls a lot of the time. Again, this is Austin's dark moon, and this is the Marshalls. This is where the Uranus in Leo is. This conjunction with the Marshalls, there's an intense experience here. This 25-degree, this 25-degree vertex that's in their 8th house of death, rebirth, regeneration, is the same exact degree of the state of Tennessee. Same degree of Tennessee. So again, this is where, let's see, Oil Road, let's see, Tennessee, go back down here. And this is where they allegedly are searching for him. Could they find him here? Let's move this over because this would be more accurate. Could they find him here? Closer up here. Plainsville Place, Pleasant Plains Road. I wonder what this is right here. McClellan Road in Jackson, Tennessee. I cannot believe that he would stay around there. I really, that's wild. That he would actually stay around. So this is a church, Fellowship Church. That's where this line is going over Pleasant Plains Road, going over a home, all kinds of homes here. I would hate to live here. I really would. But isn't it amazing that it shows up on the map? It doesn't amaze me, but I think that some viewers, it would amaze. That this is exactly where these lines are going. I am surprised that he would be in Tennessee still, that he didn't flee the area. Crazy, huh? You're wanted. They just found the car not too far from here, and this is how far he's gotten. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Just wanted to come on real quick and let you guys know that there is a lot of activity going on here. And I'm waiting to see if there is any other information that's coming out. But it was only 13 minutes ago that the third person in connection with the Tiptonville murder, that they are, the TBI has just now put it on their site. The SWAT team is being deployed. And I'm sure you can watch other people's lives where they're showing you the videos. They're showing it live, trying to catch the act of arresting him. Or I hope that I was wrong, that he's not going to fight it. Hopefully he gives up peacefully and goes back to prison where he lives. I really do. It would be nice if they had an eye for an eye, right? It would be nice if they had an eye for an eye, but just put him in the town square. Shit, you know? Let the people deal with him. There is so much going on, Angel, for you. Nice to see you, babe. Nice to see you, Jeff. Hope you guys are having a good afternoon. I've been busy putting out Martha Leanne Green video. I hope you guys check it out. It's from a Dixon, Tennessee cold case. Yeah, career criminal. It's exactly what he is. So I think that that's interesting that his car was found here. He's being supposedly, allegedly cornered. And I can't wait to find out exactly where they get him, if they do get him today. I was seeing him on the 7th be magnetized to the law enforcement. But I would be happy if he was magnetized today. That is for sure. Because the Saturn that he has, this angle with his Saturn is being opposed. His Saturn is being opposed going into Mississippi. And that's actually where I thought either Mississippi or even Georgia, but I was thinking Mississippi or even Louisiana. One of these places that he would flee to. He's gone to Florida before. I wouldn't see that would be a good, recurring pattern for him. But this is where the Saturn is going. And of course, it's definitely going to Chicago, Illinois, where this gang is affiliated. So the gang that he's a part of, this Vice Lords, is affiliated up here in Chicago. And that is where we see this angle. We see this angle coming down here. And from where the baby would have been dropped off, it's just not far at all. Not far. 46 kilometers southeast. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But this is the angle for the TBI, for that Saturn return with Mr. Vice Lord and the U.S. Marshals. They're intense. It's intense here. And the Uranus in Leo is about the groups, right? It's about the networking. It's about the video, the live stream that people are streaming. Oh, you heard that he's got connections in Caruthersville, Missouri? Interesting. Interesting. Oh, what happened? Shit, what happened? Let's pull this up. Now, here we go. That's where they meet their midheaven. It could be that they meet their midheaven talking to people there. I don't know. But that is interesting that that would be right there by their midheaven. And the lowest point, I've said it before, and it's crazy that the TBI, that you could go to that lowest point and they solve cases there. But they do. You know, like in Summer Wells' case, this line with the TBI is going straight over. I'm talking about on top of Jody Sue and Andy Bernard, where they used to live, where she allegedly heard the scream, saw the vehicle, the red truck. And it's here where they are allegedly surrounding him. And I do hope that he gives up. I really do. I hope that this is not going to be anything tragic more than it already is. You know what I mean? So, Angel, for you, you did listen to the, did you watch the video of Martha Leanne Green? That's definitely a part one. I'm going to be doing a part two because Jeff and I are going to go and look in those areas and video it. So yeah, you'll have to stay tuned with that one. That case is very dear to my heart. I've talked to the police on that case, and I would really like to figure out where she's at. So this Pleasant Plains Oil Well Road, that is the marker. That is where I'm seeing that they are looking for Drummond. I hope you guys have a great afternoon. That's really all I really wanted to come on and talk about this morning. I was going to talk about the things that I'm seeing and the things that I've been seeing with earthquakes and volcanoes and the cooling of the earth, the cycles that were going in, but I worked on Leanne's video instead. I had to get that out. I woke up thinking about her, and I wanted to make sure that I got that out of my mind and got it on a video where people that don't know about her case, that like true crime, can dive into it, because it is more than interesting. More than interesting. That the guy who Richards, the main suspect, is coming to visit has never been talked about. And I'm the one that can talk about it. No doubt about it. So I'm just wondering, are we going this way or are we going this way? You know, the TBI is up here, but there's a lot more terrain down through here. And I don't know exactly where the SWAT team is. Yeah, the TBI dropped the ball. They only got on the case 5 days later after she disappeared. I mean, it took 5 days for them to get on the case. You know what I mean? That was pretty shitty, I thought. So I don't know exactly where dude is. I mean, where the SWAT team is. I want to say it kind of looks like it could be on that road. That picture, the video that I saw coming in, it could be that they're walking here and looking here. I don't know, though. Like going more out this way. Hey, kitty. Hey, honey. Hey, Kim. Oh, my goodness. Do you? Oh, give me her birthday. I'm going to go ahead and put it in right now. Right now. Yes, please do. Please give me that information. I would really appreciate that, Kim. Thank you so much for getting that. That way I can see where her pain is. Okay, so let's go back. Let me look. February 1990, February 28th, 1980, 1998. Good job. Good job. 1998. And I would say, I wonder where could we put her? Where could we put her as a birth city? Let's see. I'll just put Ontario, Canada. I'm sure she's not born there, but I'm just gonna, it don't matter. But I'll definitely look at this and put this, start working on this map of, put this in the map for the kids. Hold on. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So that Mars and the Justice. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna get on that as soon as I get off of this live. And I want to see, and I definitely want to see how this is comparing with the missing event. And look at that. Yeah. All right. Y'all are like, what are you talking about? I'll talk about it later. So this is Oil Well Road. It could be that they were looking over here. It's kind of what that picture looks like to me. Like maybe they're taking dogs. It could be be right around here. That's possible. Or it could be closer to the TBI line. Let's see. I mean, I hear that they got this road blocked off. You can't even drive down it. You think it was a church? Yeah, we just saw. Okay, so there's a church here, and where I just was, there was a church there. Yeah, I don't think that this is it. I'm thinking we're going to go back toward his line, maybe right through here, because it does look like there's a church. Yeah, if you get a closer, like a landmarker, let me know. If I start pulling up videos, you're not gonna, and anybody that's live streaming it, you're probably not gonna hear them. February 23rd. Okay. February 23rd. I'll change that. It's kind of looking like this to me. Because this is Oil Well Road. And there's the church right here. Tell me what you think about this one. Tell me what you think, because I'm seeing a steeple up here. Like maybe they parked here. What is that? Hold on. Let me see what this is. So it could be that they parked here and then took off walking this way with the dogs, maybe. I don't know exactly. But like I said, it's going to be right around here with these woods. And if he is found in the woods, it could be closer to his natal line here where there's a lot of disordered aggression. Let's see. On either side, we see woods. woods. So they would come in. You see what I'm saying? They would from here and searching these woods maybe. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, but I could be wrong. But that's what it would appear. That's what it would appear. Then we can look at this line right here, looking back into the woods, maybe. Turn him around. Yeah. So right here, this is where he would be, you know, in the woods right through here, maybe. Is this a school? Is that the church? That could be. Okay, so maybe we're just behind it here. Duh. That's exactly what it is. Dummy. Okay, yeah. So this could be the church. And they're coming in here. And maybe coming in behind here too. And trying to corner him. That's what I'm guessing. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm guessing. Y'all can go on and look at the different live videos, but you just remember, this is where the dark moon is. This is where all of his problems with disordered aggression with the public is. And if I look at his birthday, let me change this one real quick and then pull him up and see what's going on right now with him and the TBI, the 23rd. All right, so I've got her saved February 23rd, 1998. And I'll definitely be working on that here in just a minute. Okay, so let's just look at the TBI. Let's see. The transits right now. Yeah, I think he's been being cornered. If he is, then there. That's exactly where that dark moon line is. That's exactly where I'm just very surprised that that boy did not leave. I cannot believe it. So it is with the dark moon with the TBI. I mean, the lowest point with the TBI. So it's a 5 degree in Leo. All right. So let's look at that because that's where we are seeing there's a 5 and a 7 degree Austin. Austin has that dark moon at a 7 degree in Leo. So that's what you are seeing. I've mapped that angle with his Saturn that's going to Chicago, Illinois with the gang members. And then have the TBI. The TBI. And right now, Mercury. Mercury right now is a 625 in Leo. It's in retrograde. So Mercury is coming down in degree. Mercury is here. So Mercury is here in their 4th house of home, and it's coming down in degree and going to sit here at a 559. That's exactly where Vulcan is going to come and sit at a 559. So it is this transit, and the sun is shining here in this 4th house of home at a 12 degree in Leo. The sun is going to come and transform them in the public eye. The sun is going to reflect. The sun and the moon are going to come together and reflect with the TBI and all the attention. And of course, that's where the vehicle, the body, the North Node. So that is what is taking place here. It looks like Mars at a 2837 is definitely coming to the dark moon of the TBI. The dark moon of the TBI is where there's going to be a lot of energy, a lot of action. And so that's a 29 degree in Virgo. That's a 150, 60, 79. It's almost a Libra. And that is definitely not around here. So lines. Going to come closer to these lines. So we'll just have to wait and see how this plays out. Because it's going to be the darkness, a lot of action, the darkness with the disordered aggression and the death. The disordered aggression about the kidnapping of the baby. I don't know. We'll just have to see how this is going to work itself out. I'm sure they have different agencies. They got the SWAT, they got the marshals, they got the TBI there. What else can we tell? We can see that the moon is in Sag, reflecting the pew pew, the justice system. What else can we see? 14-degree. I hope so too. I hope he's there. I hope he's there. You know, I hope that he is there. I really do. 14, 12, 30. I'm not seeing anything. The 2244. The 518, the 5 degrees. So Venus is coming to their values. It's going to be a while though. I mean, it's not going to be anytime soon. There's a shakeup. That's not them. There's the FBI has got the 6th house of health. There's a lot of warring here with the FBI. There's a lot of energy going to California right now. 155, 130. I'm not seeing anything that is. I have to look at the marshals because I know that the marshals, we've got things going on with the marshals. Let's look at that. Let's look at that. Where's the marshals? Let's look at that with the marshals. Let's see. Yeah. So Hades here in the 11th house of groups, the weight of the investigation with the death, the rebirth, regeneration, that 1430. That 1430 is where the dark moon has already went over. And Vesta, the flame of life, is coming in a few hours and it's going to weigh them down. It's a weight with Hades. So this weight that they continuously are experiencing, they've just experienced it with the dark moon. Let's look at the Leo though. So we've got it's going to be a while before Vulcan comes to this 825. Mercury has already went over the 825. That is when this tragic incident took place. The sun is going to come and shine on their Jupiter. Let's see. It's a trip because this 509, I want to say, goes to one of those states that I was looking at. That it goes to another state. God's will is being done there. We're going to have to wait and see how this works itself out. I don't see where he has been captured, though. I see where a lot of people is talking about that they think that he is surrounded, but I just don't know. Yeah, these other states, and it may not just be the states. It could be the people that are locked up right now that I was looking at. I'm seeing something for sure with them. Like the Hygeia, I'm pretty sure is going to Louisiana. It actually could be Missouri, though. Crazy, 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 y'all. Crazy. And the Saturn that Mr. Austin Drummond has is a 122. That 122 is not going to be in transit until the 7th. August 7th and August 8th is when this opposition is going to take place with him, with Saturn, with the gang, with Chicago, with that angle that we were just looking at. That opposition is coming, but it's not coming until the 7th. And then the whole month, pretty much the whole month of October, Pluto is just going to sit on that degree. So I'm very interested to see how this is all going to play out, and we can look at it in hindsight. But this vertex, this Uranus, that's exactly where they're looking for him. This Uranus, that 8 degree, the 7, the 8, the 5, and Leo, that's where they're at. Right there. Right there. And this 2859, their Chiron with communications, with relationships, that 2859 is going to be opposed by the moon coming up. It's not going to happen today. And Mars is going to make contact with this degree. Mars, when Mars comes into Libra, when Mars comes into Libra, Mars is going to sit here at a 0027 with their midheaven. So that's also going to be an interesting day to watch the marshals and what takes place, you know, what happens. Okay, I do see that there's a relationship here. In Scorpio, Juno, there's a relationship that's giving the U.S. Marshals a conscious raising experience with the investigation, with what is hidden. This 1744 is their dark moon, the dark moon in the 3rd house of communications. With Pisces, with prisons and hospitals. Sure enough. Same degree. It's in transit right now, so we can see that is definitely taking place. We can see that the FBI is in transit, and it won't be long, and the TBI will be in transit. So we'll be watching this, okay? Yeah, you should need to look at the flight radar. Helicopters should be there. You would think so, yeah. I'm sure that they are definitely, people are streaming it. So go and watch those streams, y'all, and just remember this angle here and what we've talked about. All right. And when he's captured or any new developments come back, you know, come to fruition, I'll come back on and we'll talk about the map. All right. I hope you guys have a good rest of the afternoon. Until next time, peace out, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Appreciate you.
Clean like your soul, won't be forgotten. We stand strong for you, never give up. Seek justice and truth. Day and night we search. Community gathers, wipe the tears away. Rise up for you, Sebastian strong. Sebastian's army, we march on. Each day comes and goes, hope in our hearts. You're never alone, we'll bring you home. Wish it was a dream, babe. It lingers on, but strength we carry will keep you strong. Rise up for you, Sebastian strong. Sebastian's army, we march on. Each day comes and goes, hope in our hearts. You're never alone, we'll bring you home. Wish it was a dream, hey, it lingers on, but strength we carry will keep you strong. Rise